welcome back to episode 59 of the hops&bops podcast. I am producer Al.
I'm Joe.
I'm Mike.
And this episode commences our three-part one-hit wonder series. We are taking songs that have been one-hit wonders and kind of exploring the album, see if we missed any tracks in there.
Yeah.
So this first one was selected by Joe. We have A Place in the Sun by Lit.
Lit.
Yes, they really are lit. And we have paired that with Sip of Sunshine, Lawson's finest liquids.
Yes.
It's a real staple around these parts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited because I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah. So it's a go-to double IPA around here. And honestly, there was really no science in like picking this beer.
No.
The only thing was the name. You know, Sunshine, A Place in the Sun. You know, that's why I picked it. And it's a really good beer, popular beer, so why not pair it?
Sure.
Because, you know, we got to have a positive on this episode. So I
Lit cannot cover that difference.
Yeah, I wanted to get a surefire win on one of the items.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Not a big fan.
no? Okay, all right.
Ooh.
I think it's extremely overrated.
Overrated.
Very
Okay.
much so.
All right, well, let's try it out. Here we go. Yeah.
Double controversial opinion. Well, I mean, maybe Lit's not as controversial, but we'll see.
Okay, and we're pouring.
Beautiful.
And we're pouring.
Yeah.
I actually learned the science of a correct pour recently.
Ooh, do tell.
So it's something with like how the beer ferments or something, where you have to pour it on the side for the first half.
Yes.
And the second half you just pour it straight in, because it's something with the head. Because you won't get any head if you do it all on the side.
Right.
Yes.
But the way it hits your stomach, it'll actually get really foamy.
Well,
if
well,
you
that's
do
the thing. The whole point of the head is that's basically the gas, the carbonation, like getting out, and then allows for you to be able to drink more and be smoother and not feel full and gassy.
Exactly.
Because you're not literally drinking all air. Yep.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little science
right.
lesson.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Oh, cheers.
You know, I mean, it's not. I don't drink this one a lot. I prefer a lot of Connecticut IPAs from Connecticut breweries, way more than this. But you know, I wanted to go a little more. How do I say, like national with this one, like kind of like a wider ranged, well-known beer.
Yeah.
Stratford.
I think it was just this
Where is
was
it?
one of the first beers out there that you were purchasing like craft in a 4-pack,
Stratford,
and
Connecticut.
they were like.
I had no idea they were in Connecticut.
Oh, really?
Nope.
we're gonna
Yeah.
go back.
Oh.
Yeah, Lawson's. So it was one of the first ones that became like so hard to find that people like you had to wait in line for it in Connecticut.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just every time I drank it, I was kind of like, why are people waiting in line for this? Like it was almost just one of those. The hype was so big that I just never quite understood why when I drank it. When there's so many other beers that, and at one point they were like $20 a 4-pack.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you
For any
literally
beer,
couldn't
really.
find them. And then all of a sudden, you know, now it's everywhere with all these other craft beers, and you can find it, and it's a normal price and all that. But I don't know. Anytime you put that much into something, like it's got to be fucking baller. And if it's not, it's like, and I don't know. I just never found this to be that great of an IPA, personally.
That's fair, yeah. It's pretty baseline, you know. It's nothing, you know, they're not going to use any insane hops or throw some kind of weird berry in there. But it's, you know, it's a staple for a reason, I think, you know. It's pretty middle of the road. Like, you know what you're going to get, and you kind of compare other drinks based off of that.
Yep.
And it also says on the side of the can, it's brewed at Two Roads Brewing Company?
So that's the Stratford.
I was going to say, yeah.
A lot of breweries brew out of Two Roads. That's actually how Two Roads got their start.
Okay.
I went on a tour once, and they said that they got their start by brewing other breweries' beers because they had the tank space. And then I kind of consider them like the cover bands of breweries because they did their own, and then they started they did others, and then they started making their own beers.
Yeah.
And then they blew up.
Okay.
But it looks like their main tap room is out of Vermont.
So
that's why I went a little more regional.
Okay.
Waitsfield, Vermont. That's where they're out of, but they brew at Two Roads here in Stratford, Connecticut.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, I think the reason why we're not, or maybe at least Mike, you know, I think it's a good beer. It's not my favorite, but it's not like it says it's juicy, but it's not like a New England style IPA.
Yeah.
You know, it has kind of like it's the floral side, which sometimes I'm not a big fan of.
Like I'm just looking through and
I'm trying to find the hops.
I don't know if I've ever had really anything else from them.
No.
No, I mean I couldn't name one.
Yeah, they just came out with Little Sip.
I've had the double Sunshine, which was I actually had the triple Sunshine, so a triple IPA, and it's almost more of like a liquor. It's 12%.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And I actually didn't mind that because it was different and it had a pretty decent taste. You just get fucked up after one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I might. That's what I'm talking about though. Like, this was a beer that people would stand in line and pay $20 a 4-pack for.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm like, I can't even think off the top of my head if I've had anything else.
Right.
Like, that to me is just kind of like I don't want to say a sellout, but like just that idea of like, hit it big and then what else did you produce? And maybe it's just because they're not local and I don't look for their stuff often, or maybe I wasn't a huge fan so I didn't look for other stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's other reasonings in there. It's not that they're a bad brewery or a bad, company. They make bad beers all the time. It's
No,
just,
right.
Yeah.
I've
It didn't
never been.
live up to
They're
the hype.
not one that I've been sold on. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
This is rated 100 on Beer Advocate.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think overall rank of 75.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep. Like Heady Topper's like number 5 on this list.
Okay. Heady Topper, we did that, right?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
guys
it's
did
good, but that's another one that it's almost like the.
I'm actually not a huge Heady Topper
either.
fan.
It's like the.
Pretty close.
What's the novelty of it is what it becomes. It's kind of like what Yingling used to be.
Right.
You couldn't get it in Connecticut, so everyone would make a trip to get. Like, you're making a trip to go buy Pennsylvania Bud Light. Like, people did
Yeah,
that.
that's what it was.
What is that?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
So is this Vermont Bud Light? Is that what you're saying?
No.
This is
definitely-
Vermont.
But,
What's the one from Nebco? 𝐲𝐸𝐵. This is like Vermont 𝐲𝐸𝐵.
yeah, and even 𝐲𝐸𝐵 though has
see
more
that.
flavor than
Yeah,
this.
I prefer
And
𝐲𝐸𝐵
more
over
bite.
this. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
That is funny.
I don't know. Maybe in part of it's because it's an 8%, so it gets you buzzed quick on a
Right.
Maybe that's
not a very heavy, thick,
No.
kind of a taste. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always thought it was more the name and less the flavor.
I got you.
For me.
I got you. I'm kind of there too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't often, if it's offered, I'll get a more local brew way over this. But if this is all they have, then I'll get it. It's not my favorite, but it's a good, solid beer. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
That one I will admit, the guy at the package store told me if I didn't pick it up that day, it would be gone.
What was triple?
The triple.
Yeah.
And I grabbed one and I went back for another and they were gone.
Oh, really?
It was the next day.
Jeez.
Yeah, because
crazy.
I guess they only make it at a certain time and you only get so many and then they're, they're
Like high demand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So
it's-
sip of sunshine.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but it's
Right.
not going to be something I'm grabbing every time. But
Yeah.
it's at a party or something. I'll reach for it.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
Yeah. Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, not a bad one.
Yeah.
And then we can dive into this stellar album.
Stellar. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So like Tom said, we're doing a 3-part miniseries on one-hit wonders.
That's right.
Maybe you've wondered what the rest of the album sounded like that the one-hit wonder was on, and that's what we're here to explore. We're going with A Place in the Sun by a band called Lit. Their claim to fame is the cover band bar anthem song My Own Worst Enemy, which is one of my personal favorite songs. I love this song. I think I like it mainly because of the vibe of it. Like, anytime that song is played, it's at a party, it's at a bar, a cover band's playing it. It's one of our favorite songs that we play. One of mine.
It's a good time.
I love playing it. I love the reaction from the crowd. So, but I legit always wondered what the rest of the album sounded like. So I was like, perfect. Let's pick this, and here we are. But I think you can probably understand why it's a one-hit wonder. Just overall first reaction from me on the album. It's just a D-list kind of post grunge. I don't know what year was this. 2000. No, not even 2000. No. So like, kind of post grunge, like, you know, coming out of the, you know, Nirvana era, like, you know, where's rock gonna head to next? They were kind of in this kind of awkward in between, trying to find their identities. Yeah, right. You know, a lot of it just sounded like, I don't know, like rip off Nirvana or rip off just any rock band from that time period. You know.
Yeah.
So it was mediocre. There's really
every song had like that kind of heavyish, and then like guitar or something would drop out and it'd be bass drums in the vocals, and then the chorus would be like that big chanty chorus that everybody could sing along to. Mm-hmm. And then they'd have like that real heavy intro, and then you just it's like it was just like a pattern song. Yeah. It was hard for me to know what song was which.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course, you know, second song in, they just absolutely blow their load, and it's the end of it.
Right. I mean, that's their career right there. That one song.
I mean, their lyrics were absolutely trash.
Oh my.
I mean, goddamn, the lead singer and the guitarist, their last name is Popoff.
Like, really? AJ Popoff and Jeremy Popoff.
I love AJ. A.Jay.
He had to be that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised he didn't go with like AYE.
AJ.
AJ.
I don't even know.
Ooh,
yeah.
It was just rough.
But it's certified platinum, I believe.
Platinum? The album?
Yeah. A Place in the Sun has been certified platinum
back then you
by In Sales.
That's true,
you couldn't
right.
get the single, so you had to buy the whole album and listen to My Own Worst Enemy.
Exactly. I think I just sent you guys a meme today in the group text.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. On one of the songs, a guy is actually credited with the hand claps.
Really? I want to be that guy. How can we get that job?
Tom does it before every episode.
That is true. Yeah. And we're in.
Yeah, it's Michael Elvis Basket on hand claps.
Yeah, he even got
he's a producer. Elvis Basket.
Oh, really? That guy?
Yeah, he produces a lot.
Assistant engineer.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
He's also a hell of a hand clapper.
And he's Elvis, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the meme I sent you guys earlier, I guess it didn't really resonate with you guys because you don't remember it. It says it's 1999, oddly enough, because of this album. I didn't even realize that. Spotify and iTunes doesn't exist yet. You've just spent $10 on an album, 3 tracks in, and you realize it fucking sucks. Yep.
Oh,
cover photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot to take away. I mean, the beginning track, it opens like you're at a concert, but there's like no need for it.
I kind of like that track, actually.
You did?
Well, but the opening.
Like the actual
the hidden
song.
intro track.
That was the hidden intro track? It was just
that first minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Was the hidden intro track. It sounded like a concert beginning. Mm-hmm. The curtain's still up. They're starting to play this long, drawn-out opening. And then, the curtain drops and there's lit. Everyone's like,
who's going to be out here? Oh, it's lit.
It's lit. Damn.
4 wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was an interesting way to start the album.
Yeah.
It was a bit longer, but it was more like punkier and like had a more...
Well, realistically, it's not that long. It was only 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, well, that intro...
the first minute and 40 is an intro.
Exactly.
A hidden opening
not
track.
Part of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Get your shit together.
It's brain buster.
I mean, realistically, they should have opened the album with My Own Worst Enemy and then just stopped.
Yeah, that's it.
The whole album's a single. It's labeled as an album.
The chorus to 4 reminds me of like an Adam Sandler movie beginning. Like
like 8 Crazy Nights.
Like he's driving through the town and like the movie star names are rolling on the screen.
Like a goofy movie or something.
Yeah, right. It reminds me of that. It's about to begin.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
And the intro didn't really match the actual song of 4 because it does sound like some kind of like Joe said, like some weird like coming of age teen movie from this time. But
I don't know. I mean, is this their 4th album? Is the name
is
have
there
any
a reason why it's
significance
called
why it's
4?
Well, it's definitely their...
Yeah, it wasn't their debut.
Second. Tripping the Light Fantastic. debut studio album.
So this is their
97.
This is their sophomore release.
This is their
sophomore effort.
They also in 2020 put out a Place in the Sun expanded edition.
Because everyone wants an expanded edition of this.
I have been asking for years for a Place in the Sun expanded. Listen,
we should have done this one. I should have picked this one.
you should not have. Because
They're good. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean they only have.
In my head.
they have 2 live from Woodstock songs.
Okay.
One of them being 4. Maybe they just had that.
How was the other one not My Own Worst Enemy?
I don't know.
I feel like the studio version is the only version out there. Like, I'd love to hear them play this live and see how it sounds, but it's not.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mike?
They sound like a bad knockoff Foo Fighters sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like early
There's a
Foo Fighters, like that. They're playing like dook, 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 where they're like the palm muted, like just scratching on the guitar and stuff.
You know, I was listening through it and I was like, this song sounds like early Foo Fighters. I'm trying to remember what song it was.
I'm on Down right now. That's the one I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of Down.
Like that drum and then the vocals of like Dave Grohl does on some of his stuff. Like that's what it sounds like. It's just that he really is a shitty vocalist.
Mm.
His lyrics are terrible.
Yeah, they're really not that great.
I don't know.
The track that I thought was hilarious and also gross was the track "Miserable" right after this. Unless you have anything to say about Down.
You make me come.
Yes.
I died laughing when I
Yeah.
first heard that.
was rough.
Yeah.
Like in theory, that like progression of lyrics is kind of interesting because like it's like the story of a relationship that kind of went wrong.
Yep.
And you started having sex and then you like them and then they kind of ruin your life.
Right.
So I get that, but in practice, hearing him say "You make me come," it's just so fucking.
They're
funny.
like pioneers in
That's how it
songwriting.
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally how the song starts.
And there's not a lot of like other instruments, right? I think it's just like a guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
and he's just,
it's pretty miserable to get through.
he sounds like someone we know.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
They really like this must be his
Go to like
his
his guilty pleasure
his
or bit pleasure maybe.
He likes being completely miserable.
I forgot what song I got Foo Fighter vibe from. Maybe it was Ziploc. Ziploc I actually kind of liked.
That
Ziploc
was
was
the
kind of a
second
good song.
single.
Yeah.
I thought the lyrics in that just sucked.
Yeah. I don't
Put
know.
it
I
in a
don't.
Ziploc bag. Like what?
Yeah.
Is it weed?
Maybe.
Yeah. Right. Could be. Could be a little dime.
Yeah, I kind of wanted a bit more grit from them, or like some kind of
Yes.
edge.
Yeah.
But like everything was just very like bright and sunny and shiny and not as fun.
Well, I kind of thought the best is yet to come was going to have that grit because it had that nice like, is it like a drop D kind of riff? I don't know. It's like a heavier.
Awesome.
And then it just kind of opened up again to their normal like
Yeah.
routine.
Mm-hmm. It's like it was like written to be on like a bad movie soundtrack,
Right.
which is
Like an
cool.
Anna Faris kind of like
Yep. Yeah.
straight to VHS like Goodwill store rack like
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's like in that Walmart bin in the middle
Yes,
where
yes.
it's like everything's $3.99.
Yes.
You reach in, you
Exactly.
find like
Right. Like perfect one, just kind of like a drowning ballad. Like, I don't know.
a drowning ballad.
It just didn't do it. It didn't.
God, I love drowning.
It didn't hit.
The album peaked at number 31. My Own Worst Enemy reached number 1 on the charts. And the singles were Miserable, My Own Worst Enemy, and Ziploc.
Yeah.
Really?
Miserable
So-
the third.
Interesting choices out of them.
Yep.
But
I kind of like The Best Is Yet to Come Undone. It almost was kind of like a precursor to like the emo rock stage. Like, this is what a lot of the emo rock sounded like, which I thought was kind of cool. It was kind of
a little
before
bit.
them.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm. Like the verses especially.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lot of like Weezer vibes too.
Yeah, they kind of wear their influences a bit on their sleeves too much.
And then I thought the title track was kind of, was pretty okay. The closing
closer.
track, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Place in the Sun. I thought that was kind of cool.
I
This
think
one
that-
had a lot of early Foo Fighter vibes.
I was just gonna say this one reminded me a lot of Ful
A
Fighters.
Place in the Sun, the
Closer.
last one.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right?
Now I listen a bit more.
Especially that chorus. Or maybe even the pre-chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every time his vocals come in, I feel like something's missing.
Yeah, there's these. He doesn't really have a great high register.
It doesn't sound full. It just sounds like kind of like he's yelling and not yelling well.
Right.
Yeah.
Like some people can yell and pull it off, but this guy's just not.
He's got a Machine Gun Kelly voice.
Yeah. No,
a little bit. I heard that on like the opener a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
You just, I don't know. You can't beat My Own Worst Enemy. It's hard.
Especially on this album.
On this album, it's hard to beat that. I mean, it's the most complete song, but like Mike, you pointed out earlier, it was the shortest song.
It's the shortest song on the album.
It has the catchiest riff.
Yeah.
When you hear the first 3 notes, you know exactly what song it is. I don't care who you are, how old you are.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we play this, there's like people in their mid-20s, early 20s that are there.
Know it.
And they fucking know this song because it's a bar anthem. And it just is what it is. And I don't know. I
feel like every time someone gets a video of us and posts it online, we're playing this song.
Yeah, I know. This or the middle. I'm like, right, yeah. Yep.
Oh, we should have done Jimmy Eat World.
Well, they have 2. Yeah. They have 2 songs.
They do.
What's the other one?
They have the middle and what was the other one? They had another big one.
Sweetness.
Sweetness.
Actually, that one was pretty big.
Yeah, that was a big album.
Was solid.
Yeah, that's a good song. Sweetness. But
never mind. Sorry, Jimmy Eat World, if you're listening.
It's okay.
They are. They listen to everything.
They do. Yeah, they actually DM'd us.
They said, "Hey, stop the slander." I will sue. But Lit is still a functioning band to this day. They put out These Are the Days in 2018, 14 tracks.
Is it just My Own Worst Enemy, like demos? If these are the
times.
days, you know?
These were the days.
Yeah, those were the days.
Actually, one of the tracks got 1 million plays. Oh. And that's about it.
Interesting.
But, good for Lit.
Yep.
It's just, you can tell that they're, like, not super talented musicians, or at least they don't display themselves as being super talented. Like, when you hear a guitar solo, it's either the chorus melody played on guitar, or like in Lit, just the right. That just progression. It's just a scale,
right?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Like it's
even the drummers creativity is not.
It's all pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like you can almost predict what's coming next on every single song.
Yeah.
Whether it's a drum riff, whether it's a guitar guitar riff, like when the vocals are gonna come in, when the guitar is gonna drop out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wrote in my notes, A Place in the Sun is Alien Ant Farm's cousin that went to boarding school and has a really good credit score. It just sounded too like squeaky clean.
Yeah.
I wish it just had some kind of edge to it.
Absolute same distortion the entire album on the guitar, like same tone and everything, did not change in the slightest.
Yeah.
It's like cutting through plywood with a butter knife.
Yep.
I like comparisons.
And just the rest of it just never really matched the staying power of My Own Worst Enemy. Like the vocal patterns, the guitar, pattern, like you can sing it no matter what, and the rest of it just kind of blended into the atmosphere,
Yeah. Do they have other songs that made it big? Because it says on Spotify, My Own Worst Enemy's 1 with 199 million plays. Number 2 is My Own Worst Enemy with 20 million plays on another album. No, it's the single version.
Oh, the single version.
Yes. And then Miserable is 3 with 14 million plays with a song that starts off with him going, "You make me come."
Wow.
Yeah, nothing else really hit too big.
So the top 5, essentially 4 out of the top 5 are off this album.
Yes.
And then Over My Head
off of
is another
2001 Atomic.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean that's just Spotify, but
right.
Yeah, most of the playing of Lit comes from this album. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much more for me to say about the album.
I'll never listen to it again.
Yeah, no, there's no repeat value except for My Own Worst Enemy. And even then, I'm not as crazy of a fan as My Own Worst Enemy. I think it does get a little too much playtime.
Oh,
it's a little overdone.
100%.
For me, it's more of like an atmosphere kind of thing. It's like when I talked about Guinness. It's like I'm not drinking it all year, but that March rolls around, I'm having my Guinness because it's like it's the vibe. It's around the the time, That's kind of how this song is.
Yeah, this is not.
Happy had the little horn section in there.
Happy
Saxophones.
Yeah, again, it's just so hard to differentiate some of these songs. But yeah, they have a saxophone, a trombone, a trumpet, and a second trombone.
Wasn't there like some kind of big band era revival around this time too? Wasn't there like a Zoot Suit Riot? Wasn't that a thing?
Okay, yeah.
There was some movie that had a.
Yeah, because like the Squirrel Nut Zippers when they a band.
Yep.
What am I thinking of? Big Bad Voodoo Daddy around that time. I feel like this song kind of stole a little bit of that. But this one, Happy, it sounds like it could be in like some like early 2000s Pixar movie, like Meet the Robinsons or something.
Yeah.
Like the kid's like, oh, I'm running late for school, gotta get my backpack on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I wonder if it was used in any soundtracks. Let me look that up. So the song No Big Thing was originally released on their debut, Tripping the Light Fantastic, then was re-recorded for this album, and eventually appeared on the auto racing game Jarrett and Labonte Stock Car Racing.
I see.
So, sorry if you played that game.
Yeah, I used to play it quite a bit, but...
I played it every night, actually. No Big Thing. I gotta listen to that.
On the original
this one, yeah. The only
PlayStation and Game Boy Advance.
Ooh, this is a Game Boy Advance song?
I had a Game Boy Advance.
I did too. I had the SP with the backlight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was
that's like big shit, man.
I know. And then I had the DS where you could play with everyone. If you just had one Mario Kart, everyone could play Mario Kart.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun.
That's good.
The only interesting musical idea they had on this album was the end of Miserable kind of fades into the beginning of No Big Thing.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. It was a cool flow to have on an album.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was very bankrupt on
so
musical
it made
ideas.
Them sound even more like one song.
Exactly. Yeah. Really could have been 11 tracks. But
Yep.
I think we've spoken our piece.
Yeah.
So
we didn't really want to go track by track, just kind of talking about it in general. So
yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I guess we can do favorites, least favorites, sleepers.
Yeah, we could.
You want?
We could. I mean, if we have one, we can. Yeah.
I mean, can we all agree on favorite?
Lit.
Yeah.
Mine is
number one.
My Own Worst Enemy.
Or My Own Worst Enemy.
Yeah,
that's my number one.
We
absolutely.
can all kind of agree on that.
Yep. Least favorite?
I actually dislike Lovely Day. I didn't mention it, but it sounded so cookie cutter and just I feel like I've heard this song at least 20 times done by Good Charlotte or something like that.
Yeah,
some mid-level pop punk band from the early 2000s.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It was just so non-original and had the same kind of chord progression throughout most of that style. So that was my least favorite.
Yeah.
But nothing memorable really, except for one. Except for one, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going with Miserable.
Okay.
It was just so corny.
Yeah.
I get the idea of the relationship progression.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense, but you don't need the first line of your song to say "You make me come." I don't know.
Right off the bat, man.
Yeah. So accidentally funny.
Yeah. Right. And then it's over 4 minutes long.
Yeah. No, you don't need that.
No. So that's my least favorite. Michael.
That intro was just useless.
The first
just
song.
That first minute 40 seconds,
Yeah.
and then to come in with 4 knowing that the only thing on this album that you have with any value is My Own Worst Enemy.
Right.
Like, yeah, it was just like, it was a waste of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's really what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Any dark horses, sleepy dark horses?
No. I mean,
No.
I don't know. I can't.
I'll give mine to The Best Is Yet to Come Undone. I thought it was
Yeah.
a nice way to. It wasn't the closer, but it was like a bit of a diamond in the rough to the end of the track list.
Yeah.
Just a bit more different than what they were trying to do for the majority of the album.
Mm-hmm.
Had some kind of like sticky qualities to it that, you know, kept me coming back a little bit.
Sticky.
Yeah, everything was just so.
Yeah, it was just a big amalgam.
Yeah.
I just had such a hard time.
It was a big pudding.
Yeah. I would agree. My Sleepy Dark Horse is The Best Is Yet to Come Undone. I thought that was a solid song. I liked it. I did like Ziploc, but that was a single, so it's kind of still well known.
But is it a single?
Right, yeah.
Is it though?
Is it really?
I would say my takeaways other than My Own Worst Enemy would be Ziploc and The Best Is Yet to Come Undone.
Okay.
Yeah, Ziploc, I just couldn't get by the lyrics. Like, they were just...
Yeah.
If he told me he was going to put a Ziploc bag in his pocket one more time, I was going to, like, punch the dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then, like, even, like, Happy, having some of the horns, it was like, oh, they tried something different, and they made a shitty song out of it.
Right.
It just was
right. They wanted to be
there.
like Less Than Jake or like any of those ska
Less
bands,
Than Jake. Oof.
Yeah.
Streetlight Manifesto, however.
There you go. Yep.
Saw them in concert.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see
cool.
that.
That was cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Shall we rate it?
Let's drop a hot rating.
Yeah.
Joseph, I believe you should
hot
start.
seat. I'll start.
Yes.
I'm giving this a 4. I mean,
That's fair. That's
is
pretty
that
high.
being a little generous?
Pretty high.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, My Own Worst Enemy is a guilty pleasure of mine. But I'm not that guilty of it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the song, and then I had a couple other takeaways. So 4. I'm sticking with that 4 out of 10.
Sure.
Bops.
Yeah, I'll bop it at a 3.
You bopping it
Bop
a 3?
it at a 3.
I mean,
You're bopping.
We're coming out with the slogans tonight. We're hopping and bopping.
Yeah,
We're hopping
My
and
Own
bopping.
Worst Enemy, killer song for what it does.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it has its purpose.
Outside of that, it was just kind of a big late 90s pop punk fucking mess.
Yeah.
So,
It seemed like not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but
no.
it's like they were just trying to cash in. They're at this time right before rock was going to turn again. They were just cashing in.
I think they maybe could have saved like a 5 rating from us, because our rating system is so important to like Rolling
It
Stone.
is.
Oh yes,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
vital.
I think they just needed to cut like 3 or 4 songs out and put it at like an 8 or a 9 track album.
Yeah.
Made it a solid like 30 minutes, and
Yeah.
I think that it would have been like, hey,
Middle
that
of the road.
wasn't the worst 30 minutes of my life.
Right.
But once I got past that 30-minute mark and I got to like 42,
Yeah.
now I'm sitting here being like, Jesus Christ, I could have traveled the world instead of listening to this garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just...
Well, it's kind of how I feel on
I
another
can't get it back.
upcoming album.
I can't get it back.
Yeah.
We're not getting it back.
Yeah. No.
I am gonna agree with Mike. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. Bops.
Bops.
I almost gave it hops. Don't
Yes.
give it hops. Yeah, My Own Worst Enemy is really doing a lot of the heavy lifting on this one. But we're right along the same lines. Like, there were some interesting elements to it, but a lot of it was just very bland and just very mushy and
But how could his voice not be that bad on My Own Worst Enemy and pretty much trash on everything else?
That's what I was thinking too. Like, he was just so like mid-rangey for the entire song, and then actually hits decent notes in that song. So I'm not sure if someone else was on that track, or maybe like they mixed it
because
differently.
his vocals
I
on
don't
that
know.
song are not bad.
Yeah, they're all
Everything else,
okay.
it just seems like he's straining and he's got no like real good tone to his voice.
I wonder if them as a band sound more like the rest of the album and less like My Own Worst Enemy, and maybe My Own Worst Enemy was like the song they needed to
was
make.
like a happy accident.
Or
It was a
that,
Bob Ross
It's
movie.
an
or it
outlier.
was the studio telling
It
them,
was a Bob
yeah, right.
Ross movie.
The
yeah,
happy little tree.
happy.
No
Happy
mistakes, just happy little accidents.
This album was maybe not a happy little accident.
But I wonder if it was like the studio telling them, like, you need to make a song like this.
Mm-hmm.
where it had more of the higher range and like catchy guitar riff and catchy chorus.
I can't. For once, the studio made the right call, I guess. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Who are they signed to?
Are they signed? I have a label.
RCA. They're signed to RCA.
RCA.
Wow. Apologies to them.
Yeah.
But there's no other like local vocals listed. Like AJ is the lead vocalist. His brother Jeremy is like backing.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's about it.
What's her last name? Poppin' Off?
Pop Off.
Pop Off.
P-O-P-O-F-F.
Pop Off.
Bro, Pop Off Queen.
And fun fact before we rate our beer, we missed it, but in 2014 they played the House of Blues in Anaheim, and they actually played this album front to back.
God damn. I need to buy that bootleg. Yeah.
Special 15th anniversary and everything.
We blew it, guys. We blew it.
And now to our beer.
Yes. Lawson's Finest Liquid Sip of Sunshine IPA percent. I guess I'll go first.
You should go first.
I'm gonna give it a 6. You know, it's not my favorite IPA, but it's a solid drink. You can definitely crush 2 or 3 of these. If you're stationary for a while and doesn't have any bad aftertaste, not too heavy tasting. Yeah, 6.
Sure.
5.
Yeah.
Just flat middle of the road for me. I think the bad taste in my mouth doesn't come from the beer, but from the
hype.
The hype. That's where I get the bad taste, because it's just like you're hyping something up that just isn't.
Is this the IPA that like 18-year-olds are like, hey, I just had my first IPA, like in college, like
yeah, I guess.
Like when you've made that next level of drinking.
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Maybe in the area at least.
Maybe, yeah. When they buy like their first fedora and scarf.
Yeah, right.
It's because they had this beer.
They had this. They've just reached a new level.
This is the beer for fedora and scarf wearers around the nation.
It's not bad. It's just not special.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I'm gonna split the difference though. I'll be 5.5.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna get the little half rating in there.
Yeah.
This is like the Cheerios of beer. It's not Honey Nut, just regular Cheerios. You know what you're gonna get.
Everyone's had it.
Everyone's had it. You know what you're getting.
Right.
And it's okay. Like if it's there, you'll have it.
Oh shit.
You're not gonna say no.
No.
But
right.
There's something else you'd rather be having.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Many more things that would just be.
That's fantastic. Maybe they'll adopt that. Sip the sunshine. The Cheerios beer.
Cheerios.
Beer, yeah.
Ooh,
there it is.
There you go.
Yep.
Got ended there.
That's hilarious.
All right.
Nice. There you go.
Give
all
them
right.
some shout outs.
Yeah. So shout them out. We have Lawson's Finest.
.com. Lawson's Finest.
There we go.
.com is their website.
And on Instagram we have Lawson's Finest as well. One word. Check them out again out of Vermont, and then they brew at Two Roads, which is pretty cool. And then our band,
our boys at lit.edu.
Lit.edu.
You can go to the Lamar Institute of Technology. It's a premier technical school. Go there, have some good times.
Well, the thing is, they were like too early with that name, because now lit means entirely something different.
Bro, it's so lit.
So like if you just Google lit, you're not getting them. You have to like search lit band.
Lithium EFTs.
Sure enough, that's your website, litband.com.
Bro, it's a lit band.
Yep. And then I don't know, maybe on social media, let's see what they have here. Again, I need to learn to just do this before the episode, so I'm not killing air here, or any dead air. Also, Lit Band Official is their.
That's too many like qualifying backwards.
Yeah.
Lit underscore band dash official 1.
Yep.
XX69.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Do they have a new album coming out?
Are they promoting?
10/26. Tuesday?
That's
puts
tomorrow.
Out music on a Tuesday.
New music Tuesday.
Oh, maybe a new song. Yeah. Holy shit, we timed this right.
Oh, no, yeah, right, so that we don't have to listen to it.
10/26 in their bio it says 10/26.
I'm gonna say no.
New single, yeah.
Like, what do you think they're? Like,
oh god, this is guys.
Uh-oh.
This is straight up Nirvana ripoff. Moving right along.
It also says their influences are Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Jimi Hendrix, The Cars, Van Halen, Def Leppard, Nirvana, and then a whole bunch of other ones.
Totally hear all of that.
Yeah. What do you think their day jobs are?
I have no
They buy
idea.
NFTs, actually.
Like, they definitely can't be professional musicians.
I don't know, man.
I mean, then again, they probably could live off the royalties from My Worst Enemy.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm sure you can get some kind of,
Like, you could live probably a modest lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just like
what kind of modest, like, 4-door sedan car? Like, maybe not.
Yeah, no, No, I'm thinking like, maybe they got a sports car on the side that they spent 10 years saving for, but
like all 4 of them to split.
No, yeah, they
it's like a timeshare.
Yeah. It's a Corvette, but only 2 can go at a time.
It's my turn. They have like a studio apartment in like Boise.
It's my turn.
Guys, we need groceries. No, I'm looping around the block.
I still love you said it's my turn.
Mom said it's my turn in the car.
Like, they definitely cut their own lawn and like shovel their own
driveway.
Yeah. They don't splurge.
They don't have a sit down. They got a push mower.
Oh god.
Poor.
No, they might have a rider. They just don't have a 0 turn.
It's the one where you have to, it doesn't have a gas. It's only brake and it just keeps going. Shout out to Lit.
Yep.
They've been good sports.
There you go. So this was.
We get sued.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're gonna sue us for slander.
They're gonna be the one artist that sees our tag and be like, "These fucking assholes."
Because it's the only tag they've had in 20 years.
DMs are gonna be just one.
Guys, come here. Someone tagged us.
Oh shit! Guys!
Oh no!
Fuckers talking shit about our album.
Well, I think
they won't sue us because they can't afford a lawyer.
They're gonna represent themselves.
They gotta trade the sports car in. They gotta trade
for a public defender.
Oh god.
Thanks, Lit.
Oh god. Oof. Well, this is one album that debunked the hey, it's a one-hit wonder. Are there better songs there? No.
Can only go up from here.
Debunked.
But it's all right.
That's right. Well, on to the next one. The next one is Mike's episode.
Is it?
Nice. Episode. Are we at 60?
Are we?
Yeah, it's gonna be 60, I think. Episode 60. You're right.
Yes, it will.
Holy shit! Happy 60, Mike.
Woo.
Okay, what do you got for us?
Anthology.
Yes.
By Alien Ant Farm. With the classic single "Smooth Criminal," a Michael Jackson cover.
Yes. So we're
this
gonna.
was big. I specifically remember in 5th grade.
Yes.
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 Do it.
Okay.
And I'm drinking some pumpkin beer Joe picked
I
up for
picked
me.
out, which I have right here.
Something.
It's called.
I had a rough day.
It's called Pumpkin the Bear. It's by Hanging Hills Brewing Company. It is a smoked pumpkin, smoked Doppelbock lager beer.
For a smoking album.
Yeah, but the beer sounded cool, sounded unique.
I like it.
Unique New York. So we're gonna go with that, and that's next episode, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks again for listening to us. We've been the Hops and Bops podcast. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We're streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and go check out the YouTube channel for video playbacks and other content. For Tom and Mike, I've been Joe. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you on Judge Judy. Peace.
No, they can't afford Judge Judy. They'd be like Judge Mathis.
Judge Joe.
Judge
Mathis. Oh, God, I love it.